What's up, everybody? It is Let's Talk Landmark episode 29.
Woohoo! Yay! Karma's back on odds.
It would be 30,
but
and I would be on evens.
I got.
He did it on purpose. I know he did.
This is excellent.
I got the-
Do you still hear me with an echo, Kareem?
No, it's me. It's me.
Okay.
I forgot to turn the speaker thingy down.
Yay, was it me?
Hello, everybody.
What's up, everybody? And my phone, the little USB charger on my thing is going like all nutty and stuff.
Man,
All right.
what a week on Twitch, eh?
Yeah.
And Twitter.
And Twitter. And the forums.
Yep.
It's we've got quite a bit of stuff going on here. Of course, everybody knows that today they performed a hotfix this afternoon, and let's see.
So we're doing it.
Do we have a post?
4-hour show tonight, right? That's like landmark.
I think we could squeeze it in on the normal time frame here. But that's the
I'll just
link.
talk fast.
That's the link to the forum posting for the hotfix notes.
Thank you.
And it's basically geared towards the multiple claim things that you aired on your show.
Yeah. Well, we showed that one that
Yep.
was really cleverly done. There were little gaps, but the one I saw the picture of that set off the all the activity on Twitter was that screenshot from Bob Dobb. He found another claim, and it looked like they were all actually connected. A 5x5. Wow,
That was pretty cool. It was.
That was pretty cool. We're here to talk about it.
So I'll read it off, and then we'll discuss it.
Okay.
Right.
And we'd love to have everybody's feedback from everyone that's in chat right now. Once I get this thing read off, and hopefully I won't like screw up what they said half too bad. Okay.
Goodbye.
It should no longer be possible to place multiple claims, base claims, within the same claim area. Please read this warning for more information. And they've got a link there.
Is that the first time they've used the word warning
Warning.
in anything?
I don't think so. I think that is the first time I've ever seen warning. Wow. Okay. Warning. If you have had already done this, please be aware that we need to remove those extra base claims. So a day after the hotfix, we will be checking for any remaining claims that do not meet the only one base claim per claim area configuration, and will expire the claim upkeep for any characters that have claims in this situation after the update, meaning all claims owned by that character will expire. Now, this would suck major donkey patoobies
Almost.
if you're like I am and have 62 days worth of time build up.
They would time you out.
It will time you out and you will have to start back from scratch. That's what they're saying. That's why it says warning.
Whoa. Whoa.
I don't-
All right.
I don't read it that way.
I do.
I read it as you haven't
I-
logged in for 60 some odd days, so all your claims pop.
I don't want to find out.
It says
I don't
I think
either.
Katina's right, but
but yes, but
either
it,
way, man.
it says they will expire your claim time.
But it doesn't mean they remove your built up time. That means
Just your.
they're making it like you haven't logged in, so all your claims pop and you got nothing.
It'd be like
yes,
you've
but
been on sabbatical.
the key phrase there, and will expire the claim upkeep for any characters that have claims in the situation. That tells me all your time will be null and void.
No, it doesn't. I don't read it that way. But you know what? Don't test it.
I wouldn't test it.
I wouldn't either.
Please,
guys,
or better yet, please test it. Let me know.
Come on, Franco, test it out for us.
I would love to find out.
Take everything they say at face value.
All right, carrying on. To avoid your claim upkeep being expired, please remove any extra base claims in the situation, i.e., you should not have more than one base claim in any single claim area by 12 noon Pacific time on Thursday. I mean, they went specific times. You better have your crap up, or we're gonna
Pacific times.
Oh yeah, Pacific times.
Yeah, say that one fast. Specific Pacific. I
Yeah.
can't.
And it says, thank you again to the testers who discovered this bug and brought it to our attention. We appreciate it. So, we had people that figured it out. They found it. All that kind of good stuff. Yeah, that's all well and good. But if you find
Domino's.
stuff, yeah.
Domino's in chat said yes will be as if your 62 days instantly pass without logging in until all your claims will foreclose. But when you place your claims back, you'll still have your 62 days of upkeep grace period.
That's awesome. Thank you. Thank you
Thank
for
you,
letting us know
Domino.
that.
Thank
That's
you.
awesome. And thanks for fulfilling that, because I still like the other idea better.
I would
such
be
a
my
hard
test
ass.
if it was like that. I wouldn't do it anyways.
62 days. Poof.
That would suck.
and then
Really, really suck.
and then we'd have Domino going, I warned you. I put warning in there. I warned you. I could see it. It would be great.
Oh my God.
Oh,
For you, especially, I believe that too. I really liked it.
That's
I'm
awesome.
gonna test it
Yeah.
out, Dom. Please.
That's awesome.
Just
All right. Who
Domino, make sure you're streaming when you do that, please.
Yeah, please stream it. I'd love to see it.
You
I'd like
need
to have that.
because we gotta see it. He sort of all goes.
All right. Somebody pick up that section under it, but I did the top section. So anything.
Yep. To specifically address a couple of questions about this. Number one, because the placement of multiple base claims in one claim area is unsupported and unintended configuration due to a bug. When we next do a claim wipe, we can't guarantee that the claims in this situation will be properly templated when they expire. We definitely do not want anyone to not receive their claim templates. There may also be other unexpected side effects of this bug that we want to avoid causing grief to anyone in the future.
I think that right there is the big part of it right there.
Yeah. You might develop the Tinma twitch.
No, it's the Timma twerk.
No. Oh God, no.
Mern's going to read the next one.
Could we?
Mern's going to read the next
Okay,
one.
Mern's going to sound like Cat here. 2. The claims are spaced appropriately to maintain as high a level of performance as possible for the majority of players. Creating a 5x5 wide claim reduces the potential distance between claims to the point where it could significantly impact performance. Instead of just loading my own claim in detail, I also now have to load my neighbor's claim. This is why everyone building 5 claims high is okay, but everyone building 5 claims wide is a concern. Go ahead, Gio, because you could explain the picture.
Oh, thank you.
Read number 3. Go ahead and finish off that little section there.
Yeah, but that's the picture.
Assuming the flags shown below are all base claims, because they're blue flags.
I'm gonna bring this up on the big screen while you're doing that,
Yep.
so everybody can see it.
I really love these graphics. These were great, and these are really cool.
Oops.
Thank you, Domino. So she shows 2 examples of what's okay, the way it should look, where you got a base claim and then you got the big red box around it. And if you've got 2 base claims, there should be 2 red boxes one around each base claim. And then you go down to the other one and it says, not okay in big bold letters, dun, dun, dun. You know, I can hear Dyfed's soundboard in the background. And there's 2 base claims and only 1 red hit box, only 1 red box. So if you got that going on, better fix it, because they're gonna get you.
All right. I think there should, and I'll post that link again for all those that just joined the channel, and get my stuff back to normal here. So bear with me here.
Yeah, but now this set off a really interesting series of tweets that is a discussion that was started with Domino and Karain, and then Tinla and Katina, and then I jumped into the fray, and I had a list of things.
I think the whole community kind of came together there for that one tweet. I was like, holy crap, the amount of
They did.
people.
37 responses, or 38 when I checked this afternoon.
That's quite a bit for a Twitter feed.
And that leads to something to what we'll discuss after we cover the patch notes here.
Okay, so get down to about the fourth or fifth bullet there, Geo.
All right. Additional bug fixes. Some incorrect icons and prop palette, mainly chains and ropes, have been corrected. Yay. Using the escape key to close chests will no longer prevent you from opening the chest again. Holy crap, I didn't know that one was...
I didn't know that.
Causing it.
I never heard that, so I don't know.
I've run into some problems opening chests, but that was before the wipe. A number of props, including several tables with metal parts, had a tinting issue where the metal appeared brown. These should now correctly appear metallic silver. See the image below. If you encounter any others not yet fixed, please let us know.
They look good now.
Yeah.
It's got like a shine to it.
It's popping.
Looks pretty good.
It is popping.
Big difference.
And then a number of items had names referencing incorrect materials such as tungsten or cobalt. Oh, I miss those so much.
Bring back tungsten and cobalt,
Cobalt.
please.
Druidium is
Please bring back
And this
that
is-
naming convention.
And this has now been corrected. Example given to Druidium or Indicite.
And whoever came up with the other names, stab them in the face for me, please.
I miss
What
the
if
old
it was
names.
down
I
there?
really do.
I can't say the D word.
Firefly was for chains and ropes. OEGO.
I can't. I cannot say the D word. Juridium.
Druidium.
Juridium.
Close.
I can't say it.
Germimian.
Germanium.
I said Tananian used
The
to.
bad word filter no longer excludes the word ball. Yay! Magic 8 Ball builders rejoice. Classic.
No comment.
That's classic. That's my takeaway from this entire hot fix. That's my quote right there.
This actually helps quite a bit because maybe I'm like typing it out, saying, "Hey, I need to make a giant sphere." Instead of typing out sphere, I say, "Hey, I need to make a giant ball." It works too, so
Yeah.
I'm cool with that.
Oh, after using a potion, the buff icon now correctly visually indicates the remaining time like other buffs. Very good. Layer 5 on Grand Fjord no longer thinks it's a layer 1. Okay, I didn't know that was in there. Refining stations are no longer soul bound. Hey. That's fantastic.
I didn't know.
I kind of
thought-
like that because they were special to me, you know. I worked
'Cause
to
you're
make that.
special.
I'm made to work that. I'm made, you know, I
Yeah.
worked to make that particular,
Yeah.
piece. I did the farming.
Yeah. So make sure next time he's got build perms and he puts his stations down, grab them, Katina.
Plus, I like the fact that they were soul bound because I did put a lot of materials in there to make the thing, and it also prevented people from taking them off of my claim if I put them down.
Fixed a bug that could cause people to crash when teleporting between worlds. Hey, as
you.
much as I travel, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Anything that fixes crashes.
And then I got one more bullet, and then I'll let you talk about this magnificent picture of a creation by Alan Lapidus. Wow. In our previous hotfix, a new deciduous oak tree prop accidentally snuck into the prop palette, but had incorrect collision information. This has not been fixed, and this is the new prop, or the new prop is available to use. And Tinma, take it away,
we found this when I was searching through trees for the Floating Islands community build. I was like, what is this? There's an oak tree in here. Boop.
Dude.
I was like, holy crap, look at that. That's awesome. And I
That
was
thing
like,
is,
wow.
yeah, it's awesome. It's wow.
It is. And we had the biggest issues with that thing because we put it down and then we wanted to put plants and stuff around it, but we couldn't.
Yeah.
it wouldn't let us place anything under it. So we had to lift the tree way up into the air to be able to put all the stuff down and then pull it back down after we finished putting the plants in. But we had to put it up, bring it down, put it up, bring it down until we actually got all the plants put in.
It's amazing. Well, we saw that claim today on the show. Wow.
No, there's something else that has really bad collision.
Ferns.
Ferns?
Oh my God, they're horrible.
I thought it was the little serpentine little things.
Well, those two, but ferns have been since day one.
You know, you can save 15% on Geico.
True. But there's a few trees that are like that where all of a sudden you're walking in air, but you're actually walking on the hitbox of the tree. There's a few of those, and I'm thinking
I think we could turn that into a song.
A hitbox.
Walking on the hitbox of the tree. Walking on the hitbox.
It sounds like a Dock of the Bay song to me. Well, think about that. Just write it down, Gio, but don't look at it until after you finish the movie.
I know nothing.
I know nothing. But yeah, that is the notes, and definitely check out. I'll bring this back over so everybody can see the items that they changed and the tree they are referring to. And mind my desktop here.
Did everybody see my tweet? I named the 5x5 claim feature bug Sam. Sam, we're going to miss you. Gonna miss you, brother. Oh my God.
All right, there it is. There's the, hopefully everybody can see that. That is the oak tree right here. Beautiful. Trust me, it is beautiful. And it's huge.
Yeah.
And then we have the table with the iron pieces on here. Really awesome work here. You can see the shine on these corner pieces where they used to they were really dull. It's pretty amazing stuff there. All right, getting back over into our normal stuff. All right, so what focus do you want to go to next there, Gio?
I want to talk about Sam for just a couple of minutes because, oh my gosh, there was so much love for Sam and Phil. Phil was the 1x7 idea. So people could, who was it? Xanthios could build his entire Titanic. Yeah, look, the community is really, really looking forward to being able to build bigger. And that's, I think, the real takeaway from this tragic episode for Sam. But really, the community is really hungry for this and looking forward to it. So when the team is ready, man, we are eager. We can't wait. We can't wait to see these big claims. But we understand the issues. And when it's ready, it's ready. But wow, so are we. Sam G, yeah.
Well, I mean, I see the issues on the developer side of this. It's also an LOD issue. It's a loading issue for the client. The amount of data that it has to pull in, push out, how much bandwidth is being used up to be able to perform that particular item or subject. Those are the big hurdles I think that would come with having the bigger claim, and we could see that when Crickets had the Angel Bay.
Thank you. Now I wanted to talk about this for just a moment. When this happened with Angel Bay, the dev team left this in place. They left it in place for a very, very long time. It was fun to show it off at SOE Live, and great thing to talk about because it was really cool. The thing about it is that it was super duper hard to duplicate, and they didn't tell anybody how to duplicate it, so no one really knew how it was created. This particular thing, this bug with the base claims, super easy to figure out. And they could not afford to have this happening all over the servers, especially as crowded as they are. So,
and Corain is asking, Tim, how is not the huge tall claims not an issue, They are gigantic, and they actually said something about that, which was
There's no LOD issue.
there's no LOD issue there. Where if
Yeah.
you have two claims side by side, and within the same space, you're having to load not only your claim but also somebody else's claim.
Yeah.
You know, I mean that's
Yeah.
you're going from loading like 3 at a time as you go up this tower versus loading 9 plus 3 or 9 plus 6 when you go onto a claim. And especially if you teleport right in between them, you're doing 18 claims.
Yeah.
And that's for the initial loading. That's not even the fine detail loading. Okay? That's not after all the data's there.
And for those who've been tweaking their INI file, wow, that could create all kinds of issues.
Yeah, and some experimentations with editing the INI file to boost LOD distance that hasn't worked at all. So it hasn't improved anything. So don't even touch it. That's all I can tell you. Don't touch it. Like I said, the best things that I can tell you when it comes down to loading things on your local is definitely go into the INI and set the shadows to 0, because you cannot do it within the settings of the game.
Yeah.
The lowest setting you can set it to is 1, which it still shows shadows. You set it to 0 in the INI file and it turns off everything. You don't have to load it at all for the shadow portions of it. And usually when I'm streaming, I have it set like that.
It helps to turn the flora off as well.
And it definitely turn flora off. I think what is definitely needed within the game as for improving things on your local end is possibly a bar, a slide bar on how far out your LOD can be loaded. That way, you know, like Geo and myself, we'd probably run it at max just because we do the streaming, where other people, say they're on a lower end computer, they could turn that down a little bit further down so it doesn't just overheat their computer trying to load everything.
Yeah, let us choose for ourselves.
That would be great. Also, probably a little bit more options on what you can turn on, turn off, certain functionality. I think that would help quite a bit. If anybody else can think of anything off the top of their head, please say so now. It would be great to hear what somebody else has in mind.
So in that thread where that conversation started, you want to talk about this next? The conversation with Domino, and then
Yeah, please do. If you found something good in there, please feel free to say it.
it's huge. I mean, I think that's the one most responded Twitter threads that I've ever seen, and it was wow. There's a lot there. A lot of people had some ideas and comments, and of course, I chimed in. There's a link to my comment on that thread. So the discussion quickly shifted to what can they do over there, Daybreak, to improve communication with the community. And it wasn't so. My recommendation was something I'd love to hear on a future Landmark Live, would be just to hear about the progress of this progress or plans, or a request for hey, give us some ideas, community, for things you'd like to see, and maybe some mock-ups of how you'd like to see it implemented. But things we haven't heard about in quite a while: the voxel editor, the voxel forge, DGC emote, DM tools, NPCs.
You're
and
saying
AI.
that wrong. You're saying that wrong. That's the break face in those.
But that's breakfast. I mean, that's like
Break face.
breakfast. That's up to eat in the morning. So
Or face break.
your face break.
Face break emote.
NPCs and AI, the UI economy, 5x5 claims, LOD. I mean, that's all I could fit in, and in a single tweet. And I wasn't going to take it on, but I'd love to have have the chance to hear and participate in a Landmark Live where they just kind of talk about these things and be, to be not afraid to talk about ideas and, hey, we've had to put this on the back burner, or we really want to do this, but we'd love some more feedback from the player community. How would you guys like to see something like that implemented? What's your vision for making it work?
Well,
I love those kind of ideas.
I mean, the thing that's, ever since Columbus Nova kind of took it over, it's like, at least in my eyes, it just seems like there's less and less communication. Maybe it's because we got less people to actually communicate with than what we had before. The major communicators that we had before, Jeff and Dave and Felgon, those guys, it was easy to contact them. Hey, crap's broke. Things are, and you could do a direct talk to them, and they'll say, hey, I'll look into it.
We understand that they're busy building two groundbreaking games, but they gotta really need to continue to keep the player community engaged, and that's super important. Because
which is what we're missing, is that engagement from them.
It's definitely
even if it's just a quick breadcrumb saying, hey, we're here, y'all, this is what we're looking at.
Mm-hmm. And as it stands right now, I don't want to like bash anybody or anything like that, or downsize anything like that, but Pentapod, Emily, she has done a fantastic job stepping up to where she has. And it seems like
person army.
It is a one-person army, and when you've got as many people, that she's having to deal with, she has to put up with me. Okay?
Yeah.
Which is that's like an army right there,
I know how that goes.
Yeah.
Yeah, indeed.
Be glad that Katina's around, and Karain and Eowyn, because oh my God, it would be horrid. But it's just exactly. I mean, it's like it was almost like a tag team previously. I mean, we had, we don't see,
real quick, we don't see Domino, Colette, and Terry often enough.
Yeah.
So you're saying like a tag team.
Yeah. I mean, it used to, it was more, it seemed like it was more of a tag team, hey, I'll take the hits this week, And, all of a sudden Dave slides out and Jeff slides in. He's like, all right. Right there, go for it. And then he'd slide out, and then Emily would slide in, and then she'd just start slapping people around, and then she'd slide out, and Dave come back in, and he'd take the hits for a while or something. That's the way it was. And all of a sudden, it was like out of that trio, we lost two of those main people we communicated with. Terry's never really been one of those people who really got in with the people, Well,
he's an engineer. I mean,
he is an engineer, but
big brain and he's working the magic. Wow. But we really need that. We need that interaction the community does, because Landmark player community, I think, is very special when it comes to the different video game communities out there. We really want to know. We want to know a lot about what's going on.
Yeah,
because we understand a lot about the technology, and we're so hungry for bits of information. It's just the nature of the kind of people that are drawn to this game.
Yeah,
thinkers.
It was not intended as any kind of like beat up session on Twitter. Okay, it was just me giving some feedback, and that's about it. And then all of a sudden, it was like, tweet,
Well,
and I kept on going. I was like,
she very honestly and openly asked for, what are some ideas? And if you have, open up the thread there, and you can see it.
Read them off. Read them off, Gio.
And one thing, it's in the same vein of us wanting the information and just to reach out and touch with you guys.
We are so
glad we're here today, Pentapod, because we feel a little bit of that connection that we've been missing. You're here, you're talking, we know you're here. It's awesome.
You're
and
awesome.
you're here
Yeah.
often, which is just so fantastic. We
Yeah.
greatly appreciate
I
it.
mean, we went almost a month and a half, almost 2 months without a Landmark Live.
2 months.
And like 2 months there. And then we got one. And it was like, oh great, they're gonna start it again. They're gonna start streaming again. That's freaking awesome. That was a part of my week. When I was working at the company I was working, I'd stop working just to watch the show if I could. Even if I couldn't totally focus over there, I had to make it look like I was doing something, and I'd shrink the stream down to about that big on the corner of my thing, and every time the boss man would come around, I'd put something over top of it. And
Well-
but it was a part of my week. It was something that I look forward to every week, and it was something that was great to me. Even you get little nits and pieces and stuff like that, and I love that. Now,
Well, here's the conversation real briefly. Emily was replying to Corinne, and she said, "When we know these things, we'll always post on the forums, like Workshop Show today. If no post, then we don't know yet." And then you replied, "Seriously, what is up with the communication? The players are feeling a bit shunt on this end." And then Emily replies, "Well, what would you like to see improved? We're announcing things as soon as we confirm them. What would help?" And that's where my reply was, "We'd love to hear about progress and plans for all these things I mentioned earlier."
now,
And that got a lot of retweets, a lot of favorites. I mean, there are a lot of people, and this was just a short list of things. There's so many others that we're curious to know more about. And if the answer is that, hey, this technology is really going to take a long time to implement, that's okay. Talk to us about it. We really love that engagement for you guys, because this Landmark is fascinating. There is truly nothing like it out there.
well,
Nothing, not even close.
and I wanted to clarify what shunt means in TIMA terms. Okay, it's based on the actual definition of it. It's basically pushing a train from one track to another track. Okay, we feel shunted. In other words, we were on this track and we were put on the other. It seems like it was a rollback to what every other company has ever done in the past to us.
Okay.
And that's what scares me, because I love this. This is why I'm still here, is because of this interaction between us and the developers, and how much they give. I'm going to say it anyway. They actually give a shit about us,
Yeah.
and that is what
Yeah.
is important to me.
That's what's kept us all here.
That is what has. I mean, I apologize for the word, but it's the truth. That's why we are still here. That's why Geo is still streaming. That's why I'm still streaming. And there's quite a few other people out there. Murin, she's streaming too. And you've got Zealaw. You've got. I mean, who else is still around that's still streaming for you?
Daddy
Well,
streaming lately. Yeah.
he came back
Yeah. Well, he came back.
eventually. But it's the fact that we're still here. We're sponges. We're like
Vern says they do give a poop. It's
it's a poop. Yep, sorry, but I thought it had to take a little bit more rash word for that, not just poop. So
well, can I safely say that we, and when I say we, I mean the community. The 500 to 1,500 people that are playing this game and tuning into Twitch. Can I safely say that we are all jonesing for a Landmark Live?
Yeah.
it don't even have to be about a patch. Grab
Domino?
grab Darren.
Amen.
Grab Darren. Grab Michael Mann.
Just come on,
Any of
on
them.
Landmark Live and I don't know, talk about wine for 40 minutes. That'd be good.
How they got into the business, what
Yeah.
they were doing, and that's why we've been wanting somebody from the developer team to come on our show. Not only either the Monday show or this show, which is at nighttime. Either one of them
And,
are
you know,
good.
and if they can't talk about anything specific to Landmark, that's fine. We'd love to chat them up and just, man, let them let their hair down and show their their other side.
Mm-hmm.
You can just tell us about the process, how things are done.
Yeah,
That's kind of cool too.
yeah, it just, yeah.
I mean,
Seriously.
when I had Steve Klug on my channel,
Great interview, by the way.
it was great.
It was.
Oh, I mean, to actually hear things about how things are done. You know, I took questions from people who sent me questions to ask him, and I had this list, and of course I had to send them to make sure that there was no dirty stuff in there, but or anything that would hurt the branding. Which y'all know me, I'd never try to hurt the branding in any way. So, but it was great because we actually had interaction with one of the developers, and that we could actually ask the developers questions. And and of course I'd kind of filter through and pick out the ones that could actually be answered if at all possible. And I kind of screwed up a few times choosing the wrong questions, but I can't answer that question. You're going to have to ask Jeff about that. Or so. But yeah, we'd still love to have somebody to come on the show. It'd be pretty relieving, I think. But what else have we got?
Talkish.
Oh, yes.
Well, thank you for guest hosting the Morning Brew, man. Wow, you covered my butt. But one of your shows, one of the Morning Brew shows, man, you went around and you did the full Monty on the Talkish stuff. That was I watched the replay.
Yeah,
Dude, talk about that for a little bit.
The second time I went through, on the Talkish stuff, the one thing I forgot to do was leave a comment or a feedback on each one of them. We ran into some of the builders right when they were building, and we were like, "Hey, we're on this channel, I'm talking about your stuff right now." And they come in the channel, and I didn't leave the feedback like I should have, but some of the stuff that is out there is phenomenal.
It is. It really is.
And I took everything that I've heard so far about the style guide, and I tried to put it into practice on what they could do to improve it, or to get it to that next level. And that's kind of what I did, instead of.
Well, I'm just following Twitter. I'm starting to see amazing screenshots being sent out. Murin's I think it was Murin working on something that, wow. I mean,
She's got an awesome tower.
The Talkish stuff that everybody's working on is really looking good, and I think they're figuring out, thanks to you and Domino and some other folks that are showing some tips and better ways to do stuff. We're seeing amazing stuff, man.
And Domino has, or Pentapod has, her own YouTube channel now, which I am adding her videos into mine on my page. So when you're going through the tutorial section, it's right there. You can actually, it's in one. Hers are in my playlist for the basic section.
Yeah, those playlist things are really cool.
And this way, you've got like 2 or 3 different ways of looking at the same thing. And hers are a little bit more up to date, so of course I've got to go back and redo mine. But for the most part, it's all there. I'm trying to make a one-stop shop for anything you want to learn within the game. And I know I've got the full list, which is all the tutorials. And then I've got 3 lists under, or just above that, which is basic, intermediate, and advanced. And slowly but surely filling those up. And eventually the old videos will be phased out. And they will be kind of removed from the site. So the only thing that's up is the newer stuff.
I wish everybody out there would do that. There's so much old stuff, how-to stuff that's just...
Yeah.
But slowly but surely, we are getting some more updated stuff in there. And if you have a technique or something like that, contact me. We will go through. If you want to do it yourself, we'll walk through it, and I will follow you on how you do it. We'll get it recorded, and we'll get it up on YouTube so other people can learn it.
Oh, another topic.
Okay.
And I've been away all day, so Any word on the blueprint update that Terry's working on? Do we have anything on Twitter,
Yeah.
the forums, or anywhere?
Domino posted something that he is working on it. I don't recall what time frame she said, but he is actively working on it.
Oh, you talking about Blueprint?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know what? That would just be a great topic for a Landmark Live. Just come on, just chit chat about the blueprint. That would be awesome.
I'd like to get Terry or Emily or Darren. So one of those that are kind of like directly involved in what is being worked on now, what is coming, that sort of thing. Terry would be awesome for that, I think, because he's the one that's writing the blueprint. I'd love to get him on the show and actually explain why this is going this way, or why we're doing this way. He's one of those guys that if you ever watched when he came on the show during Landmark or Daybreak Live, SOE Live, sorry, whatever you want to call it now. When he came on the show, I mean, he's quick.
He's good.
I can't talk
He's
about
good.
that. I can't talk about that.
That conference was really good.
Yeah, he was good.
Wow.
He was really good. He knows what to say and what not to, and how to say things to work around things. He's good for that. And you tell him I said that too.
Really, it'd be fantastic to get him on the show.
Yeah.
It really would. It'd be fun. He's a good dude.
But we've got let's see what else is okay. Well, going back to that list of things that you would like to see on the show, do you have it up,
Yeah, I've got it. I've got it in front of me.
or do I need to bring it up?
I can drop the link again in Twitch chat.
It was a
There we go.
good list in there. Love to hear about progress plans for Voxel Editor, Voxel Forge, DGC Emote, Dungeon Mastering Tools, which everybody is interested in that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm interested in the GGC Emote because I want to go,
In the mirror.
I want to do that. It would be cool if it was a full body emote,
Oh God.
because I'd twerk it and record it, put it on YouTube. And I swear to God, if you
but
give
really,
us,
that the emote thing, wow. No, weird. I mean, the one that they've given us so far, the AFK thing, that is brilliant.
Sorry, I got to interrupt. Pen and all caps. Cancel that feature stat. Abort.
oh God,
Thank you.
Danger, Will Robinson.
Anything that gets them close to /twerk, let it.
oh God,
Right.
I'm scared to click that. I'm scared to click
Yeah, no
that.
kidding.
Oh God.
Yes, just like that, just like that. Great picture.
Oh, hey, Kat, can you talk about the UI? There was some chatter back and forth about UI from one of the devs. Do you remember the discussion?
Yeah, put me on the spot. What
Put you on the spot. I'm sorry, but I remember you talking about it on TeamSpeak during the show.
I was. What was I saying?
Well, I recall
Like,
one of the developers mention that they are they're
oh, that was
hoping
Frank
to.
talking about that. Actually, that wasn't me. Yay! See, I
Okay.
wasn't nuts.
I was Crane. Okay.
Yeah,
talking
somebody
about-
posted a picture that they're fully movable UI or user.
Modal.
Editable modal UI. Yeah.
Modal UI. That right there is something that I'd love to have,
Huge.
to be able to
Be able to resize everything.
move things. What's in my visual plane is different than what's in George's visual plane, because he blinded in both eyes
Yeah.
like this. You don't know what he's seeing. And Cat's got cat eyes.
I'm not feeling the love.
But yeah, I mean,
I
if
hate
you,
that bar in the middle bottom of the screen.
like I said, what's in one person's visual plane is what is different from someone else. Maybe I focus more in one corner than what somebody else does. Maybe they focus in the center. I
Hey,
don't know.
Timma, catch Metallical's comment right here. He
Okay.
says-
Metallical says, I want to know that progress is being made. So far, it just seems like we are caught in a riptide. We move forward, then we get pushed back where we were. A lot of bugs keep coming back after every major update, but so far it seems like we're just dealing with the same stuff we had since the combat patch. Honestly, things have improved, but it's the same feature set.
So we talked about this on the last show,
Yeah.
28, the even one. Kat mentioned this, that it seems like when they pushed out this new update, with the character wipe, that we saw a lot of things that had been fixed a long time ago get reintroduced into the game.
The
Yeah.
biggest one, when you log in, you have to tell it what server you were on. They fixed that a year ago. It's
Yeah.
back.
So
I
we're seeing.
don't look where I am. I port to someone, to their house. I crash.
And I don't
we
know
can,
where
we
they
can
were.
And I
speculate.
hope they're in
We can speculate all day
TeamSpeak, but, yeah,
long.
like, what server were we on?
We can
It's
speculate all day
annoying.
long, but the fact is, a lot of things that have been fixed already got reintroduced.
Exactly.
And
Well,
and
everything is tied together in some form or fashion, and if you make one change, it may affect something that they fixed prior. I totally understand that.
But the player community though, and it's a beta test. We all
Yeah.
we paid to be here. It's we're not doing this for free. We paid to be here, and just some great discussion, like a Landmark Live to talk about some of these things would be really great. Would be informative, because we're all hungry for knowledge and information about this, because we are just man.
And honestly,
There's nothing
the
like
longer
this.
you go in between official Landmark Lives, the more people are going to say, well, I think they mean this, and the other ones are, I think they mean that. And then all the information out there is so skewed, no one has a clue what's really going on.
I mean,
So the next time you come out and say something, they're like, what are you talking about? Because they were so wrapped up in their own head and what they're thinking, nobody knows what's up.
well, I think the last major Landmark Live that we saw, they said we're shifting everything over to EverQuest Next.
After
and-
that, after
Most of
the
it, yeah.
character wipe.
Yeah, it was after the character wipe, and I kind of understand that, but at the same time, I think it's a money thing. That's what it seems like to me. It seems like a money thing, and basically, the DBs over at CN, and I'm using abbreviations for what I'd like to call them, the DBs. Think about it, and you'll figure it out. I think they're now stepping in and saying, "Hey, okay, where's the money? When are we getting our money back?" That's the way it kind of seems at this point. And
Are you making enough progress to justify what's going on?
yeah, or do we have to cut the strings early? That's
going
the
on
way
behind the scenes.
it
Well,
looks.
Landmark Live is the PR side of what they're doing, and it's
Mm-hmm.
where they build community. They help fire up the player base, and we need a lot of people came back, and as we suspected would probably happen, they left. They came back to see what's happened, what's new, what's different, and then they.
I'll also make it a suggestion that I honestly think will help. You have stuff on that is aired on Landmark or the Landmark Twitch page, and then you also have stuff that is aired over on EverQuest Next, even though it applies to Landmark. I get the idea because it kind of relates to EverQuest Next, but it's not a reason to be over there. Bring it back to the Landmark channel.
I
Or
never even think to look there.
dual stream it on Landmark and EverQuest Next page.
Easily done.
Easily
And-
done. It is super easily done. It's a splitter. Come on now.
And
easy.
they can also use the Landmark Game Channel on Twitch to host streams. To host some regular streams that are happening on Twitch, promoting Landmark. I think that would be great for more people to to the streams, to come see Landmark. For a while there, we were getting a lot of new people seeing Landmark for the first time every single day that we're doing our streams. It's tapered off a little bit, but
Yeah. I mean, I can totally understand for the most part, but at the same time, don't lose your player base and your supporters that have stuck around. That's the way I look at it. Don't lose them.
Yeah, because those of us that are here waiting are the ones that are in love with this game.
Yeah, we're in love with not only Landmark, but we want to see EverQuest Next succeed. That's why a lot of us are still here. Yeah, I don't know what else to say, honestly. At least in that regards.
how are the building tools looking?
Okay, when it comes, the biggest issue that I'm seeing right now when it comes to the tools is today on my stream, you can. I'm seriously thinking of cutting that section out of today's stream, putting it up on YouTube, and sending it to whoever needs to be looking at it, because it is ridiculous. We're getting artifacts, not deformations of the voxel, but artifacts in the material. The voxel structures are sound, they're clean, but the actual texture itself is artifacted. In other words, it looks like a section of the material has been compressed together, and you get these dark patches in certain areas. It looks really bad on shiny materials, probably worse than on other materials. If I take a circle and I stack it up, which I did on my stream today, and I cut it with the line tool from one side to the other, it always formed the artifact at the bottom section of the curve, and then on the top section, it would always be the top part of the curve.
So the shape of the voxel is fine. It's just the image that's on that you see is okay.
Yeah,
So the
if
shape
you work your
is
way
clean.
around to look at it, the shape is perfect. Every
And-
edge is as crisp as can be.
And it's kind of funny because a certain individual said it was a builder's problem.
Not when the edges are that perfect.
It is not a builder's problem.
It's a renderer's.
It is a material rendering issue. The way the engine is probably reading or saying, okay, the material should look like this type of an issue. It is not a builder issue. Also, we have streaking of materials. I could take a
Bleeding
grass
materials?
area. Yeah, I can take
Bleeding.
a grass area. I can put white stucco down, and on one side of this area, it will always streak out
For like 30 voxels.
for a good 30 voxels. It looks really funky.
Do you remember about what time that, what day or what week or month that problem cropped up?
Sometime during Christmas.
It had to have been the Christmas or
I know it was,
December
'cause
patch.
That's when
Okay.
Dave was working on building his bowling alley. And the very first time I saw it was he did all his walls because of the streaking. He made use of it. And that was the very first time we saw it. So it came in with the combat patch.
I did some crawl a long time ago where I took bleeding materials, gemstones and other stuff and painted it together. It looked really good, but then I can remember it must have been about Christmas time that suddenly, wow, it just completely changed. And it was, like you said, there's big sharp streaks in it.
I'm kind of wondering if the two little issues there, the artifacting and that, is related in some form or fashion. How it renders the materials. Like I said, the voxel structures are sound. I mean, they're as flat as you can. But the weird thing about the streaking is, if I take my line tool and I slide it using the flat to flat, using the line tool on that streaking, it cuts it in half.
Yeah.
Weird. But that's one big issue that I've seen so far, or two big issues that I've seen so far.
And the arrows.
Oh yeah, the arrows. The arrows, when you're using a microvoxel, or working with a microvoxel, you know how recently they gave it to where, the arrows kind of are a little bit further out? If you're in tweak mode, yes, the arrows are out. But if I'm in free float, trying to move it around, it is not.
Abel just said, "Oh my God, I think they fixed the blue inside thing on the ocean biomes."
Okay.
That would be absolutely amazing.
That would be cool. That would be pretty awesome. It's not even listed on the
Might have been a side effect.
possibly. I'd love to know. I'd see. I am one of those people. I love bugs. I love seeing the list of what the bug fixes are at the bottom of the page. That's usually the first thing I go and look at.
Do you have the URL to the bug tracker here in your?
DGC issue tracker. Correct?
Yeah, I think that's it.
It says just went. Pinnapod just said, "Sorry, we did not. We will call it out if it's fixed."
Oh, thank you, Domino.
That's awesome. Like I said, everything's kind of plugged together. If you fix one, you might fix another. So I'm kind of wondering if that's the same thing with the material issue. Like I said, definitely make something out of gold, preferably a circle, and stack it really high. Take a line tool and cut it at an angle. And you will see the artifact in that I'm talking about.
Did you see the link that Raz posted there? I'll put it in again.
Where's it at?
The outfits.
I just posted it in chat.
DGC issue tracker?
Oh yeah, that was
No,
cool.
no, below that.
These are cool. These outfits.
2 new outfits.
Yeah, they're pretty awesome.
Again, the open-toed shoe thing.
See, we love stuff like that, by the way.
Lucy wants boots. She wants some butt-kicking boots.
I want helmets and hats
No.
and pistols inside the holsters, and I want my sword connected on my back. Whatever weapon I'm using, I want it on my back. If I'm using my sword and shield, I go, I've got them on, I want that kind of... I definitely want helmets. Katina, she don't like helmets,
No, I don't.
but I do.
I think
Well,
about
one thing we
helmets
have
just
in
like you do about
EverQuest-
headphones.
Yeah, one thing we have in EverQuest is the ability to turn our helmets off. So you just show your beautiful.
Honeypot said they're already in game, those outfits.
She says one is called Arcanist Robe, and forgot the others. Okay. Well, yeah. I
I
remember.
don't really look at them.
I like the boots. Wait a minute, isn't that the one that had the frills around the neck? It was like feathers up around the neck. Because if you look at the boots on that, it kind of gives it away for that particular.
I don't remember
One.
the skulls on the knees. But I don't really look at them that close.
Yes, I can almost guarantee that's the one that used to have frills around the neck. It looks like that was taken off.
I hope so. Those are horrible.
Well, Timma, it's almost time to wrap.
Yep.
Can I make a call out for everybody to put in chat here the one thing? If you can have one thing that is rather low-hanging fruit, what would it be?
Yep, please. Spit
And
it out. I want to see it go from everybody. I want some feedback from everybody. One thing that you want to see.
Some low-hanging fruit.
I added mine.
Phaser pistols.
Type
phaser
it.
Pistols.
Type it out, Geo.
I did?
Yeah.
I put mine.
Well, what did you say? Movable UI.
What else would I say? It's
right.
the main thing I want. I need to move that stuff around. It drives me insane.
Music and sound emitters. Dev tools. D-man.
Duchesne, 5x5. Laser guns typing, yeah.
Hats and
This is great,
flippers.
everybody.
Oh, ability to sit. Please.
Fixed textures. Able to sit in chairs. These are great. Better LOD on the emitters. Yes,
Yeah.
I will agree with that. Better.
Very good car.
If you zoom out at max distance away from your character, a lot of times the emitters go and you can't see them anymore. It really makes it hard to do a screenshot of a floating island. And
Bunny
have
and
all the
chicken emitters.
waterfalls and the mist and all that. It would make it a lot better imagery picture.
Hey, look at the list of things people are putting in. These are great, guys.
And see what else we got here.
Keep it coming. Keep
Read
it
the
coming.
zeros.
D-Man said, "Real dev tools. Let me code stuff." leave it to D-Man. Bunny and chicken emitters. LNT updates and additions.
That would be nice. It's long overdue.
Linking and trigger updates. Yes, the 7
Timers.
gates. 7
Yeah.
gates and
Gates
a
and
timer.
Logic gates. Yep. And a timer. Yes.
Awesome. Would be really cool.
Hey, Jason the King. Welcome, man.
Let's see what else we got here. See what have I missed? Resizable claims. I can make it wider and the top shrink.
Yeah, but then we run into the 5x5 issues with the LOD.
Very true.
They've answered
true.
that today. We're done for a while.
Moving
Unless they make
on.
the buffer boxes bigger. Then we need more islands.
Movement in combat and building the same. Exactly, Leiloni. I love that one. Because right here, I use this to guide my camera everywhere I go. And as soon as I go into combat, what is this?
Whoa.
What is that?
Fire
Attack. Attack.
It's a secondary attack.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden now I'm having to figure out how to get my character and do that switch between building mode over to combat, and it takes me a second to go, and I've already been hit twice, and then I can actually do the combat. So that is a little bit difficult, and I will agree with that. Let's see, what else have we missed here? Yes, LOD on emitters, +1. Wildlife, I feel lonely on the surface. Thank you. Thank you for agreeing with me.
Critters.
Able to see emitters through glass voxels. Another good one. Bring it on. Cross-server teleporters for porting to a friend's claim. That's
That's your friends
interesting.
list with the gallery.
Yeah, that would be friends listening together. I'm sorry, Metallical. I have to agree with that. Tell them to actually put their claim on the gallery. Name it Butt Scratcher. Or something. Maybe, so people can't find it. Next is, hi guys, I'm new here. What's up, Jason the King? Ability to see my entire block of claims at max LOD while I'm on the claim. Be
Ooh,
sweetness.
I like that.
Triggered sound effects with emitters would be cool. Oh my god, yes, Jet Wolf bunnies. Awesome. Vector control of voxels.
It's voxel editor.
That's a voxel editor. Awesome. I love that. That would be something that would be pretty awesome. D-Man, yeah, good one. Karain, welcome to the show. Jason the King. I'm going down through the list so I don't miss anything. The Muatak, ability to offset attached claims. Jason King says, I have a question. Does EverQuest Next take place in the future, or does it have its EverQuest feel to it?
It's like 10,000 years in the future.
Yeah, from
EverQuest 2-ish.
From EverQuest 2, you're now in the future, right?
Yeah, about 10,000 years, I believe they said.
All right, good. All right. Attached claims all form together to become one claim or tagged and voting. Also, a platform that you could place down that if people teleport to that claim, they go to that platform. They do not randomly pick a corner and all of a sudden spawn there. That they go to that one location. It would be a prop item, and it would still do the random unless they place that prop down. Once the prop is down, that's where everything would spawn to. It would solve a lot of problems and have it where people actually spawn at the entrance of your building instead of the back where I got a
I
wall.
spawn on different claims. I only have claim 2 tagged. I spawn on claim 8 half the time.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird.
And it's random.
It's really, yeah.
It's random.
really weird. Frustrating, too, when we're doing the show.
Let's see. Let's see. I'm totally missing some stuff here, I think. LOL, I start shooting my bow and go crazy and then die. All right. We need one more server. 24 more islands is way overcrowded. Thank you. Next, Okay. Neat critters. I'm trying to read while it's scrolling, which is crazy.
Good luck with that.
I stopped mine.
If you like to build, this is the game for you. Okay, cool. And not if, okay, Metallical said, not if they are doing a quest on your claim and it continues on another person's claim in another biome. Cross-claim teleporting is
Oh, I
the
see what
only
he's saying.
way.
Yes.
That would be
Okay.
cool.
Yes,
Yeah.
Away
I-
missions.
But there would be another
Totally-
way to go explore through the countryside.
Totally understand that now.
No, thank you, Metallica.
Thanks for explaining that.
Yeah, right on. Spot on.
All right, Raz, able to teleport to your own claims on different islands with the teleporter platform prop. Well, that's kind of what Metallical said there. Animals on the surface to bring some life to the game. I think that pretty much covers everything.
Sideshow, more modern props.
Yep.
So there's some stuff to pull out of that.
Thank you. Thank you,
Thanks.
everybody.
Thanks, everybody.
Awesome. And Domino, thank you for being here.
Yeah, thank you for being here. Both Domino and Dexella, they were both in the channel for a while there.
Oh, fantastic.
Oh, cool. I didn't know Dex was here.
Yeah. You didn't see her post? She was the
I
one
did
that.
not.
Never mind. So, but thanks for everybody for coming and hanging out with us. Episode 29 of Let's Talk Landmark. It's been a blast. Thank you all. So let's go and do the pinwheel. Gio, what you got going this week?
Well, we're doing the morning brew tomorrow and Friday, and that's it for me. I'm working on the movie, just jamming.
How-
Want to get an extended director's cut out this week.
Last we heard here on Let's Talk Landmark, it was 11 hours.
It's
Where are
less.
you at now?
It's less. It's hard to
It's
say.
less.
Probably half that. I just
Why
gotta.
does it not more?
I just need time. But look, really, what we're going to do is we're going to get the big, mostly uncut version out first. I just need tonight, Kat and I are going to jump in. We're going to grab this combat music and nail this thing, get it done right. And
Yes, I need to kill you again.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. That
Thank
was
you for
another
all-
thing.
everybody.
That was another thing. My achievement still has not completed. I logged in
Yeah.
today that my achievement for 100 likes on a single claim still is not fixed at all. Okay.
Pedophile just yelled Gio. So
Katina.
Gio's saying the movie will be done soon.
Dune. Okay. Catino.
Domino, you guys, seriously, I've got to send you. I should just send you guys all the footage I shot. You will not believe what we did inside Landmark. It's wow. Yeah. Well, one thing's for sure. As soon as we get the stuff published, or before we release the movie, we're going to give it to you guys first.
Let you take a look at it.
and then I'll make sure we'll get it submitted to Player Direct so that you guys can use it. So, but you'll get to see it before it goes live.
All right. Katina.
I actually have made progress on my Takish build, and no one has seen it because I take it down.
I saw the base of it, and that's about it. I'm supposed to be helping her. And all I've seen is the base.
Oh, come on. Every time I say, hey, help me with this, you ignore me. You do not say a word.
No.
Yes,
no.
yes.
It's because I probably ain't here.
You're like out riding
You're talking
dinosaurs
to
or
other
something.
people.
He's out riding dinosaurs and eating food that doesn't stay long.
So
Oh.
I'm working on that. Playing a couple other games as well.
All right. Well,
What are you doing?
me,
Not helping
I'm
me.
doing my normal thing, which is, I'll do my tutorials for a little while, and I did something strange today, which I bought a game yesterday, and I installed it last night, did not play it at all, and I played it with the community.
That
So,
was
so
fun.
they saw me doing everything from scratch. So I had no clue what the game was about.
Well,
Other
I'm
than
good
I
with
knew
the-
it had dinosaurs in it.
I'm good with the first part of that sentence, Kat.
Which part?
He had no clue.
I had no clue.
No, he didn't.
But it was funny because I would eat berries, and a minute and a half later, I'd poop.
Literally.
I did.
It would there be right across the screen.
It was the
being defecated.
funniest thing, and right along the lines of my word poop. So it was great. And then who was it? Who?
Ash?
You're gonna cut this part from the
Yeah.
the
No, I'm not. I'm leaving this in here.
Absolutely not.
Ashlyn says, "Hey, go out into the water and get some fish and kill the fish." And I'm like, "Okay." So I go out into the water to kill the fish. I kill the fish and I get attacked by 3 sharks. And he killed me. It was hysterical. And I'm still trying to figure out why I do not have a brown streak on my shorts.
To change the subject, Domino, please let Dexter
But yeah.
know that I have some wine, some Virginia wine to share with you guys. It's amazing. It's grown right here in the county where I live.
You know what y'all need to do? You
I'll
need
be in
to
touch.
y'all need to move Daybreak Studios to East Coast. I'm being serious. Move to Raleigh.
Get out
Move
of
to
San
Raleigh.
Diego. Good luck, pal.
Well, we've got a bunch of game companies right here in Raleigh. Even though, and it's kind of funny because my favorite game company is in San Diego instead. It sucks.
Bethesda's right here, man. They're in my backyard, so.
Yeah. Well, I've got Epic Games 1 mile from here.
Pinnapod. Hey, I've been trying to convince Med to move to Canada for years.
What?
She wants to go home.
No.
Oh my god.
Don't do that.
Classic.
I don't have my passport. All right. Well, that was episode 29. Thank you all for joining. It's been a blast. I had a lot of fun. And definitely stay tuned for Landmark Explorer in the morning. And that is Landmark Explorer, not Explorers.
Yeah, you learned that one.
On Twitch.
On Twitch. And he busted my nuts over that because I had an S on it. He was like, I don't want that logo. It's got an S on it.
Just click on my name there and hit follow.
But with that, guys,
Come join us. We'll be touring, looking at cool stuff. That's what we always do. Love to see what people are building, what's happening out there in Landmark.
and I'll be streaming right after Geo, and we'll be doing something. See you guys.
Good night, folks.
Cheers, everybody. Thanks for tuning in.
See ya.